world is together in hands supporting Messi to actually honor and pay the last respect to his father. May his humble soul rest in peace. And so that is it for sports on the Breakfast Cafe. I am Godfred Amwafo. Entertainment will be up next. Do stay.
Your flight is ready to leave.
Sit back and relax and enjoy the flight.
Okay, next one. Sit down. Look to camera.
This is what it looks like to be exceptional, to stand out from the crowd, to make history. But what if women didn't have to be exceptional? What if they didn't have to be the first, the best, or the only woman? What if being a female engineer wasn't remarkable? What if women and men could compete as equals? I don't want to make history. I don't want to be the only woman. I want to be one of many.
Embarrassed. Too embarrassed to speak to a loved one. Too embarrassed to speak to your doctor.
Too embarrassed. When in our lifetime, 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer.
Let me repeat that. 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer disease.
1 in 12. That could be your dad. Even your older brother, uncle, or grandfather.
You need to make sure they are not embarrassed to speak to you or their doctor about it.
Hey, Dad, have you had your prostate checked out? See? How hard is that? It's easy. Just start the conversation.
Prostate cancer is survivable if caught and treated early enough.
Don't let embarrassment stop you having this important conversation.
You may save someone's life.
Not just your own.
Or we can be the generation that ends it for good.
Malaria must die, so millions can live.
Gentlemen, I've got some bad news and some good news. Okay, the bad news is that your chances of getting prostate cancer are now just 7 to 1. In fact, prostate cancer is killing 1 man every single hour of the day in this country. Imagine that, 1 every hour of the day. But But the good news is, we're forming a team to stop that clock. Men United. It's time men united together to fight prostate cancer, the way women have united against breast cancer. We need to get together and find a cure, as well as better ways to care for the 250,000 prostate cancer sufferers out there. Please, get on side and join us in the fight. Men United versus prostate cancer. We can win this.
Okay, next one. Sit down. Look to camera.
This is what it looks like to be exceptional, to stand out from the crowd, to make history. But what if women didn't have to be exceptional? What if they didn't have to be the first, the best, or the only woman? What if being a female engineer wasn't remarkable? What if women and men could compete as equals? I don't want to make history. I don't want to be the only woman. I want to be one of many.
My headline. Good morning, welcome back from the quick break. You're still watching the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. I am Evergreen Asantua. Happy New Week to us. Now let's look at what is happening in entertainment this morning. And we're starting off from our first story. Stonebwoy has assured fans of top-level security ahead of the 2026 Beam Festival in London. The Ghanaian dancehall star gave the assurance during a meeting with British bloggers and influencers ahead of the concert scheduled for August 15 at the OVO Arena, Wembley. Now, Stonebwoy pointed to the scale of his annual Beam Festival in Ghana, which has attracted more than 500,000 people, saying similar security measures will be adopted for the London edition. And he's also promising fans a high energy and carefully curated performance as he prepares for his first headline show at the OVO Arena, Wembley. And Stonebwoy has also unveiled an official merchandise ahead of the festival as he continues to expand the Beam brand.
Money pile up in a Santander. Pressure them a pressure when I go under. We say them a call, we no answer. No hit I get through with no congrats. Pull up me trap phone with no contact. Tell me mother prefer blessings.
Oh, that is what is currently trending on social media and what is happening with the Beam native. So if you're a Beam fan, if you love Stonebwoy so well, then you should know that there's a new merchandise for every Beam native in Ghana and beyond. So make sure you find or in fact visit Stonebwoy's website and then find more details on that, and then you can purchase any of these merchandise, beautiful ones that you saw on your screen. And this weekend, August 15 to be precise, Stonebwoy is hosting the Beam concert in London. So I hope you've purchased your ticket, because I know for sure that it is going to be a good and successful one. Now let's talk about something that happened that has got people talking on social media, and a lot of people also disappointed. And Samini's scheduled performance at a boat party in London has been cancelled following concerns over overcrowding. Now, the white night of the theme's summer boat party was scheduled for Saturday, August 8 at Black Ferry Spray, with Samini billed as the special guest performer. According to police at the scene, the organizers cancelled the event after the boat became overcrowded and exceeded its safety capacity. Several patrons who had witnessed and waited for hours to board the vessel were left frustrated after being asked to leave. The incident comes just a week after Shatterfest UK was cancelled following a crowd crash at Capital Playing Fields. Well, that is a very disappointing incident also again in London. And this one, you can see the frustration. Apart from the fact that, with Shatter's own people got injured. This one, nobody was injured, which we thank God for. But it's just unfortunate that another tickets are going to be refunded, or people's money are going to be refunded because they couldn't experience what they anticipated for. Some of these things, I don't know how the organization, I just don't know. I can't seem to wrap my head around how people organize events out there, right? Because I mean, here in Ghana, people do it. It's not like there are no challenges here in Ghana. It happens almost every single time. But it looks like this year, it started well. Ghanaian events started very well in London, and unfortunately, getting to the latter part of the year, there's been quite some disappointment here and there. But we are hoping for the very best. And then, as and when there are details also on that, if people get their refunds, I'll do well to bring that to your notice. But we are hoping that the subsequent events are not going to experience these heartbreaks, disappointment, and also safety concerns. And measures are going to be put in place. But we are here for the fun, and I know that people will keep on buying tickets, but I'm just hoping that organizers also do their part or play their roles very well, so that going forward we won't have any issues with such Ghanaian events also out there. Now let's look at our next story, and the trial of the man accused of murdering rap icon Tupac Shakur is set to begin nearly 30 years after the rapper was killed. Tupac was fatally shot in Las Vegas in September 1996, with his murder remaining one of the most high-profile unsolved cases in music history. His stepbrother, Prim Shakur, has spoken about the family's long fight for justice as the case finally heads to trial. Now, during Café, Davis was arrested in 2023 and charged with the murder. He has pleaded not guilty, and the trial is expected to revisit the events surrounding Tupac's final hours and the circumstances that led to his death.
1996, or that period in 1996, been like for you?
It has been rough, as it would be for anyone revisiting a situation like this. We just being cautiously optimistic, let the process take its course.
It's been 30 years next month, in September of 1996. It was a Sunday morning by the time it hit 92Q in Baltimore on the radio, and I heard that Tupac had been shot. I was a fan of his, but as a brother, talk to me about what we have lost, what we have missed by not having Tupac with us.
Yeah, it's quite difficult, as you can imagine. I worked with my brother through basically his whole career. I've been on every album except the last one, Machiavelli. So not only did I lose a brother, I lost a colleague, partner. We lost a lot.
I often, think about what he would say in this moment about many of the things we're facing politically and socially.
I could tell you what he was going to say, what he said 30 years ago. Got money for war, can't feed the poor. That's still relevant, current statement today. No one's perfect. We all make mistakes.
So that is Prim Shakur you heard from, and today the trial is going to begin. And we are here for all the details. Hopefully justice will be served, and we are going to bring whoever did this or committed this unfortunate crime, or let me say murder, during the ceremony on August 18 in Hollywood. Kijo has released 19 albums and built an internationally acclaimed career by blending West African sounds with funk, jazz, and R&B. Her impressive list of collaborators includes Burna Boy, Alicia Keys, Sting, John Legend, Bruno, and Yo-Yo Ma. Now, Diana adds another milestone to Kijo's decades-long career and her contribution to African music on the global stage. And this year, I told you earlier that there were long list that was released for the 2027 Hollywood Walk of Fame, and to know that she is getting or receiving her star this year is quite interesting and very, very exciting. So on the 18th, we get to witness Angelique Kidjo being inducted to the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So congratulations going out to her and all our Benin brothers and sisters. I'm very sure that they'll be very, very happy to see this. That will be all for today's entertainment update here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. I am Evergreen Asantua. Thank you for watching. On Wednesday at 2:00 p.m, Tune Talk comes your way. We talk the tune and we simply live the vibe. Do well to join me on Tune Talk on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of our programs.
Morning and happy to see you once again. My name is Harrison Ahogba. I'm your finance and investment analyst, and I'm very privileged for this platform, WoezorTV, privileged for the segment Woezor Breakfast Cafe, and more privileged for the segment, the financial well-being segment. So at the end of the day, here on this platform, we are empowering you, and I've always said your feedback, your calls, your messages, we are grateful, we keep better, and thank you for sharing the link and inviting your friends to join us. We started the past 2 weeks to discuss how to spot scams through investments. So we call them the red flags, and we're able to share with you. So just for a quick recap, we learned the first sessions that the institutions or anybody dealing with you for an investment opportunity should be registered, should be licensed, and should be regulated by the regulators. I mentioned from Bank of Ghana to National Insurance Commission to National Pensions Regulatory Authority, and a lot of them. And if you are in doubt, the numbers are there, call us and would help you. We also mentioned that don't be coerced into going into investment because of jargons or the complexity. Investments are supposed to be simple. Remember, you work hard for your money. And don't let people confuse you. We also mentioned that don't be enticed by very high interest rates where they promise you that there are no risks involved. I mentioned even the drinking of water, it is risky. So be very careful when people tell you this investment is so good and that there's no risk involved. It is never true. It is a red flag. There will be an amount of risk. It can be small, it can be medium, it can be large, depending on who you are, but there is an element of risk. We also mentioned that you should not be in haste to quickly sign on an investment opportunity without taking your time to understand and know. Don't be in rage. Don't let them push you. Don't let them tell you that this investment is only for this short period. It's only for these people. You are the number one, number two, number three. It doesn't work like that. We are going to end the sessions with two more opportunities for you to learn how you can see as an investment fraud and quickly say that, hey, this one, I'm not going into it. The next thing I want us to talk about is an investment opportunity that comes with a lot of paperwork, which is not so clear. When I say paperwork, it can also be physical paper or an investment on the internet or on the web. So you go onto the platform, they tell you these are the forms. So by the time you're filling and completing one form or the other, bring this, bring that, you have even forgotten what you have signed on to. So the plan is that when there is an opportunity for you to fight for something that might have gone wrong, you have even forgotten what you fought for, you signed. So it is very important for you to say that please get the forms to be very simple and clear. And like I mentioned, the way you struggle to get your money, you should not let it go easily. When you are on the web, for instance, when they bring a form for you to complete, it should be very simple. 2-3 forms, then you are clear what you are doing. But be very careful when the paperwork is complex. A page with so many terms and conditions. And that is very risky because you don't have the time. It's like you buy a new phone, you know that thing, that paper they give to you when you switch on the phone, then you see plenty to they say accept, or you just press accept. You don't even go for it to read anything. By accepting to the terms and conditions, you have signed on to a scam without you knowing. So be very careful. Now the last tip I want to give, which unfortunately sometimes we create it ourselves, is that we do not initiate some activities to call our investment. This is the trick. Every investment you are doing somewhere, one thing that you can be sure to do to know whether it is a scam or not is that from time to time, request for your statement as a start, and then request to make some withdrawals. You'll be surprised that when it gets to the withdrawal, then the quantum of my money, then you see that the institutions will be struggling. But don't also fall for this. Sometimes when you request for money, they can easily give it to you thinking they want to build your confidence. So it's a very slippery slope. But what we are saying here is that investments are supposed to be simple. They are supposed to be clear. They are supposed to be easy for you to understand and easy for you to, as it were, have access to your money. So if any opportunity comes to you, take your time. And we at WoezorTV, especially on the Breakfast Cafe and the Financial Well-being session, if you are an individual, you are a company, you are a school, whatever help you need to understand, to know how to protect your funds, your investment, we are ready to help you. That's why we keep saying that this is your free financial investing. All you just need to do is to tune in, sit down, take your pen and paper, and then you write. So over the few weeks that we have interacted, we have been able to expose you to what we call a red flag in investment. We have taught you how to spot one, and more importantly, we have taught you what to do when you spot one. And I'm encouraged and I'm happy because on this platform, whilst you are getting better, we are also happy because your welfare means so much to us. And we are looking forward to you sharing this link and inviting people that they should sit and watch the Breakfast Cafe. There's a special session of financial well-being, both for themselves, their companies, and even their children. We look forward to seeing you again. We are happy with your feedback. Thank you so much for watching WoezorTV, and see you next time.
All right, so welcome back. This is the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. Thank you so much for still staying with us right here. Godfred is here as well as Charlie. Godfred, let's talk about the issues of decentralization and responsive governance. And we know later this morning the Vice President will be, in session or in attendance as far as that event is concerned. But this wouldn't be the first time we're hearing of conversations on decentralization and the others. But Godfred, for you, as this is mentioned, what comes to mind?
Yes, what comes to mind is that bringing governance to the doorstep of the people, because we have been operating centralized government, for quite a long time, where everything is being controlled from the central government. Yeah. So it should be President Mahama to the extent that even President will have to move from Accra to some communities to unveil or commission toilets. You see, everything comes back to the central government. Yeah. It is the central government or nothing else. Meanwhile, there are funds going down the local government and all that. And so when we are bringing decentralization, means giving power to the, let me use the grassroots, the local people down there, so that they can manage their own affairs without relying so much on the central government. And so for me, it's a step in the right direction. We've been